This episode is brought to you by KJ Aesthetics. Let KJ Aesthetics transform your eyes with their beautiful lash sets. Whether you're going for the natural flutter or the bold drama look, KJ Aesthetics is the perfect lashes to elevate your beauty. Get the gorgeous lashes that you've always wanted and mention this ad for 15% off. Head over to Instagram at KJ Aesthetics or text her at 806-893-7171 and tell her it's the JP Lopez show sent you. And we're off! What the fuck is up, guys?
Nothing much.
How are y'all enjoying this lovely weather?
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it was too warm inside my building today.
Yeah.
Had to lower the heat.
I was like, man, who turned on the heater?
I'm never fucking cold. Never. But fuck, man, today and yesterday, I was just shivering. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I think it's because I lost like 2 pounds.
Yeah,
He
congratulations.
must have took a big dump.
That was before supper.
He posted it. He did a frame.
I did fitness goals.
It smells like a fitness goal.
Thomas, what's up, bro?
Man, another day, another dollar, brother.
Yeah.
Everything's been good.
How you
We're
enjoying this weather?
good. I like it. Work season started a couple weeks ago.
You're working in layers.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, not too bad because once I get going, I get hot.
warm
and
up.
I'll start taking my damn sweater off, light up a cigarette. But yeah, I'm grateful, man. It's
Hey,
good.
man, if you don't mind, hit that phone number again.
I retired. No, hit me up, man. On Facebook, Thomas Rios, or phone number 806-535-4215.
Yeah,
send me a
'cause-
text.
Because that fucking...
It's been crazy, man.
that summertime weather is already fucking here. We were at 84 degrees last Sunday.
I got
What
to
the
do.
fuck,
I
man?
did like 4 houses that day just to get because my partner, they'll send them yards that need to be cleaned up and people because it's 6 months leases
Yeah.
to 12 months. So luckily, man, they just been sending them, and my kids now they in college and got jobs and boyfriends. So my ass out there by myself. So I'm too poor to hire somebody. But yeah, but it's been good, man. I'm grateful for it. This has been be how many years I'm doing it now, and I just hated that I had to pay a shitload of
you
taxes.
say you're too poor to hire somebody, but even if you did hire someone, I'm sure it'd be shitty help.
Yes.
You're right.
Yes.
If it's a
you gotta
kid.
go through 100 people to find
it'd
it.
be fucking shitty help anyway.
Compared to my little one, my daughter, man, she showed out for years, but yeah, been good, brother.
How do you manage that, bro?
What?
Finding shitty
Find,
workers.
like shitty help, you know what I mean? Like,
I used to get crazy. Like,
Yeah.
oh, fucking, I can't. Now I just roll with them. If they don't fucking show up, fuck them.
yeah.
They don't show up.
You're
I
used
just,
to it?
I just keep rocking and rolling, man.
But
'cause
but I'm
just so
talking
used to it.
like show up, but still just shitty.
One thing I learned, I can't expect anybody to work harder than me for my business.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So it's just like, okay, I can only expect them, so I can only pay them so much, right? So I'm like, if they can at least do this, I'm okay. You know what I mean? If they can get this done for me today.
Yeah.
Because before I'd be like, man, if it was me doing it, I would have fucking knocked all this out. I would have finished this. I would have done that. But that's for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're working for somebody, so they see it different.
They don't
want
want to work for the man.
Yeah, they don't work for the man. So, but I deal with a lot of fucking just straight up, just fucking dumb,
Yeah.
lazy.
Yeah.
Like I tell you, I had a dude take lunch on his own while we were fucking working.
Because it was 12.
Yeah, because it was 12 o'clock.
I'm an independent contractor.
I'm just like, dude. So we were the roofers were there and we needed to replace a little piece. So they were doing that and I had to run and go grab something for them. And I came back and I see the one guy up there by himself. And I'm like, where the fuck is he? And he's like, oh, he's over there. And I go over there. He's eating a fucking burger from Sonic and shit and just chilling. And I was like,
He's all, boss, you left. I thought we were all going to take a break.
And he didn't even Uber Eats it. Like he had to go get it.
no. He had his girl bring it.
Oh, okay.
So he had his girl bring it. And then he fucking just sitting there eating it. And then I'm like, bro, like, just go ahead and take the fucking rest of the day off. Like, how you going to just take lunch? You got here at 10. number
Oh,
one.
God,
You got here at 10.
My
It's 12
daughters.
o'clock. You know.
My daughters.
My middle one will call me, Dad, I'm on lunch. I just dropped you off. What the fuck? Now, do you every now and then find you a good one that you can like hold on to and be like, this motherfucker, I don't have to.
No, I've met a lot of good workers.
Yeah.
But not dependable workers. Like they're really good at their job, And then they get paid Friday, then you don't see them for a couple of days.
And man, even in the landscaping, my partner, like I know me, it was just he caught me at a time where it's like I got to work. You know, I'll shovel shit to support my kids. So once he saw that, man, he's like, I'm gonna latch onto it. You know, and he appreciates. He takes care of me outside of the business. He helps me do my own stuff, and so in turn, I try to think of it not that it's my business, but I want to treat it like it is mine. And with that, that's how I become quote unquote a partner, right? So when you find somebody, you know, you can appreciate it. But in that field, man, I've done painting with my uncles back in the day, and everything you're talking about, he would say the same shit. It's hard to find someone reliable that wants to work. But when you find someone that has a purpose, whether it's their family or kids, and they have no choice but to show up, hold on to people like that. But it's hard to fucking find.
And it's hard to say that if they have kids, because some don't even give a shit
Some-
about their
yeah, mostly,
kids
yeah,
or their
yeah.
wives. Like I got like Jay,
God damn.
the one we just fired, right?
Oh yeah.
This dude, bro, been with me for a long time.
I didn't
man.
know you. Yeah.
And that's the one Adrian can't stand.
Oh shit.
Adrian, Paul, nobody likes working with him, right?
Shout out Jay.
Yeah. What's up, my brother?
He's looking for work.
That's Two
Thomas,
Beard-
you hired?
Two Beard Jay.
But don't ask someone for a reference.
And I like him as a person, right? And like he's okay, but once he starts drinking, he's a whole different person. Well, we're working in Leatherland, and I was like, man, you know, I have to have a driver now, right? Take me everywhere.
The
So-
Miss Daisy.
Yeah.
Miss Daisy.
So I was like, hey, just meet me out there. So he got the car, and they met me out there, and he rode with another guy that we hired. We call him Youngster, right? So Youngster, they go out there, and then we're working, and then I was like, this is kind of weird. And then they took lunch, right? They took lunch, and he came back, and he just seemed off, right? And I was like, man, what the fuck? And we're a gallon short of finishing the house. I said, I want to run to Lubbock, grab some paint. I'll be right back so we can finish the house. And he was like, you can see he got upset about it. And I was like, what the fuck? Okay. So I leave. Dude, we're not even in Lubbock from Leatherland yet. I get a call from Youngster saying, hey, man, I'm going to have to go ahead and go home. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, Jay over here trying to fight me in front of everybody. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, man, he's all drunk and shit. I said, drunk? And he was like, yeah. He drank on the way up to work. And, you know, I'm not going to say nothing. It's not my business. And then at lunch, he bought 2 more beers and drank. And I was like, what the fuck? So I'm like, all right, man, don't sweat it. Just go ahead and go. I don't want them fighting there, right?
Yeah.
So we get there. He's over there talking to some other dudes drinking at another job site down the street, right?
Damn.
So we're like, okay. So I said, let me finish spraying this shit so it'll be done, and then let's load up. So we finished spraying, and we started loading up and shit like that. And we load up the fucking truck, and I have a flat tire.
Oh,
So I'm like, God damn it, man. Right? So we're there trying to so I have to pay for somebody to come fucking air up my tire.
Because you
fix
ain't
my
got a
tire.
spare.
Yeah, ain't got
Yeah.
no spare, nothing. So they fixed my tire, $60 down the drain.
Yeah.
And him and that other dude pull up, right? The guy he's talking to that does brick repair. They pull up and they're just staring at us and they're like, I'm like, no, we're good, bro. Go. So they leave, right? And then I'm like, this motherfucker. So I leave and so we take off. So I'm like, fuck this dude. Now he's done, right?
Yeah.
You can't be drunk at the job
I
site.
can't.
So we come all the way back to Lubbock, and I get home. All the toilets are clogged up.
Damn.
They're backed up. Right?
That's the day you needed a plumber.
I needed a plumber.
When
Shout
it
out to the
rains,
one I
it
hooked you
pours.
up.
Yeah. Yeah, fucker.
So it cost me $300 for them to come out here and what do you call that? Snake out the back, right? So I'm like, fuck, man. So
Is
and
your
that-
shit on the roof?
what?
Or is it in the back?
It's in the backyard.
Okay.
And so all that shit happens. I'm like, man, what a fucking shitty ass day, man. And that's because I hooked up that dude with the $1,400 job that took him 2 days, and I let him use all my tools, right? And he said, man, I'm gonna give you $100 for using the tools. I said, at first I told him, no, don't worry about it. But when he told me how much he charged him, I was like, yeah, you can give me $100.
Yeah,
right?
he used to, yeah.
Because he used all my tools, nails, everything, right? And then it was my job. I gave it to you.
Yeah.
So it went on like that. So that day goes by that we didn't hire. I didn't call him, nothing like that. And then he messages me, bro. He goes, hey, man, you think I could get paid for that day? And I was like, no. I said, first of all, you were drunk. Number 2, you only worked 4 hours, bro. You owe me $100 for the tools. And then you owe me $50 for when you pawned me your generator that you took when I was in jail. And he was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I guess you need it more than me.
Damn.
And I was like, yes, I do.
Damn, bro.
And I was like, after all this shit,
You need it more than.
ain't about needing nothing.
yeah, man, like, Dude, I couldn't call and ask for if I had, and then that's because he put caulking all on the roof. Like he was cleaning his hands on the roof, brand new roof, bro. So we had to clean that off. He had fucked up all that side, huh, big man? I had to fix all the shit he did that day.
Was the shit work?
It was shit work. We had to fix it. But I never went to go check his shit because he's worked for me a long time.
Yeah.
And I never have, but he never drinks at the job. I don't know what happened or what the deal was with him. I wish him nothing but good things on it, man. But fuck, man.
You said something that really struck a chord with me. You said, I like him as a person. Mm-hmm. There's a guy at my work that I really, really do think he's a great person. But as a coworker or an employee, man, he's shit, dude. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, he like brings the morale down. When I'm up, I'm up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've already said it plenty of times. I can't wake up to go work out or whatever. But when I'm up to go to work, I'm happy. I'm good. It could be early as fuck. I'm still good. I'm happy. And then immediately just get bombarded with like, this job sucks. Our systems suck and blah blah
That
blah.
negative, yeah, that negative drain you.
And I'm just like, dude, you don't know how fucking bad this company bent over backwards to get you on, and like this is, and supposedly like he's like this big old Christian holy roller guy, and I'm just like, dude, you're wearing me out, man. And I'm sure because out of work. When he's not working and we have meetings and shit, he's a cool fucking dude. Yeah. But I'm like, man, I just can't, dude. I can't.
Yep. There's people like that everywhere.
No,
man.
for real.
Yep.
I not that I don't like anybody at work, but I just kind of just keep it cordial and keep it work-wise. And it's really because nobody is like my people that I grew up with.
Yeah.
Like I could tell you something serious, I could tell you something funny, I could tell you something that was so fucking stupid that most people would be so appalled and you're like yeah. But if I say the same shit at work to somebody, they're like whoa. Yeah. And I was like, so I just kind of just keep to myself and don't step on my toes and I won't step on your toes. And everything is ran like a nice vehicle. Like the pistons do something, but in your vehicle, but it has nothing to do with putting up the window to your driver's side or whatever, right? And as long as everything is working on the vehicle and we don't have a flat tire,
we're good.
Keep it professional.
Everything is going pretty good.
That's better.
We're not the same age. We're not we didn't go to the same schools. We're not the same gender. We're not the same whatever. Same.
Yeah.
So I just kind of just keep it a base. Do your job.
Yeah.
Just do your job. And then like I can't say unlike your job. What you're doing is this is a job that we chose to go to school for, and we do it. So everybody actually works real hard for it because that is a kick-ass job to have because you don't get that type of liberty if you go work somewhere else doing what we do.
And I wish more people, kind of going back to what you're talking about in your line, I wish the younger or even guys that are looking for work, if someone hires you, whether it's landscaping or painting, remodeling, if you can look at it like, okay, this isn't my business, but if I can treat their equipment right, if I can, learn from these people, doors can open up. That's what I've learned in my situation was, that guy would hire different people and they throw shit, they get tired because it wasn't theirs. They would always, the people work with would be like, that's not my equipment.
Yeah.
But I looked at it as like, well, shit, I want to have something like this one day. And I would hope that I could hire somebody that would appreciate my shit.
Yes.
And they would always tell me, oh, but you're good with us. The way you talk to us and treat us. I was like, okay, cool. So now that I've had to buy some equipment and you invest thousands of dollars into that shit, you're like, man, I hope somebody would take care of my stuff. So I try to tell my daughters or even my nephew when he works for people, I'm like, have respect for them. Look, that can open up a door for you.
Yeah.
Be hireable, be coachable, You know, because like you said, too many dumb fucks go out there. They just want to get paid because somebody hired them.
Well, that's the thing. Like when you stop learning,
Right.
you stop earning. You know what I mean? Like if you stay in that same job, do the same thing without expanding on other aspects of the job, or even like learning new, broader shit. Like photography, learn photography, you got more income of photography. Learn podcasting, you got fucking more income on the when you start learning more shit, you start earning more shit.
Yes, sir.
And it just boggles my fucking mind to have, without saying who I'm working with. It's an older gentleman. And I can't, for the life of me, I can't understand how you are this old in life and are like, don't want to help yourself.
Yeah. I mean, there's some lacking some respect for someone else and for yourself.
On that one, that's a good point.
Like, if you don't want to help yourself, like, your entire life, then this is what you get.
Yeah. Like I tell people all the time, man, if you don't make a change, shit ain't gonna change.
Yeah.
If you don't change something, it's just you can't just sit there and be like, man, I'm gonna do this and that. But what are you doing to change that shit?
Yep.
Like, what are you doing to put in play to make your life better? You know what I mean? Just by sitting here hoping and dreaming, that shit ain't gonna change shit.
Brother. And I speaking from experience, I used to sit there in depression, wishing and hoping things would happen. And one day, by God's grace, like, get off your ass and figure it out. And it's okay to not know.
And God told you more than once.
Oh, yeah. I just finally listened to him that day. I was sober for a little bit.
Hold on. Let me check. A couple hundred times.
He was all shocked when I listened. He was like, oh, damn. But, sometimes you just have to, don't wait for a tragedy to happen.
He's all drowning in the ocean. The boat comes by. No, I gotta save me.
G.O.D. got me.
Nah, man, it's all right. I gotta save me.
Hey, give me that donut. I'm good.
That's a good point, though. And I love that because you got to get up. And, some people wait for bad things to happen. I know I did shit before it, but I allowed myself to go into a funk. So once tragedy happened, I had to make a choice. And a lot of people still choose to do the wrong thing. But yeah, if you can find it within yourself and you don't have to have a motivational video to get you there, those things can help, but it has to be within you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I'd like to say if I can do it, anybody can. Because at that point in my life, I was stuck. I was ready to like complain about everything, and my life was so shitty, and I'm a good person, and why am I going through this? And now, big change.
But so, you understand it now.
Yes, sir. Experience is the best teacher.
Yeah.
Man. You know what I mean? And my thing is, I always say, have a purpose. My girls were my reason. Now, they were also the reason I went crazy and lost my damn hair so quick. But they were the reason that I said, okay, I can't be this way anymore. I got to try something different. And, through God's grace, I got in church and, community and people. Community is important, whether they're there every day or once in a while. When somebody gives a shit, it motivates you to get better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when you see somebody else doing good and they're encouraging you and they're inviting you to be a part of that, it makes you want to get off your ass and say, okay, whatever I didn't do back then, that has nothing to do with what I'm doing today.
And I feel so blessed to have y'all guys as my friends. And I always come on here and I boast about my circle, but it's really true, man. Like, you are who you're with, because I don't have that friend that's like, that I've got to constantly pick up. You know what I mean? We have a whole band of brothers that we constantly uplift each other, but that's not picking us up or constantly like looking negative or being down, because that negativity is a black cloud that just fucks your world up, man. And I say all this because just this morning, I come off my last night shift this morning, and we were talking about an open position, and my buddy, my coworker, awesome dude, man, but he was like, I trip out because I can't tell my friends to apply for this position. And I was like, huh? Like what? He was like, he goes, all of them, man, they would be in a better off position if I could get them hired on and have them be certified and get them in this position. He goes, but I mean, for lack of a better word, they're all fucking lowlifes, man. And he was like, they all do drugs and and I was just like those are your friends? He was like, nah, I mean, I don't hang out with them, but those are the guys I grew up with. And then I thought to myself, I was like, that's fucking badass because the guys I grew up with are all fucking hustlers and businessmen and fucking successful people. And I'm just like,
Yep.
fuck. Like, it made me appreciate y'all. It really did. This morning, for real.
And you're still hanging out with them because you can.
Yeah.
Because you're like-minded.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
So-
for sure. So, I mean, for anyone out there listening, and if I offended you, I hope I didn't, but it should open your fucking eyes, man.
Yeah.
That life is out there for you to accomplish more and do more.
Yes.
It's not anyone or anything holding you back. It's yourself holding your back.
Yeah.
Yes.
I truly believe that.
Take that raft that God sent you.
Yeah.
And it's
take,
okay.
take the boat.
You damn right, and
Yeah.
cut off anything that's holding you back. You know,
You gotta
Yeah.
want it. You know what I mean? You gotta want it, bro.
Yep.
You can't sit back and just hope that it happens. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's not.
Yep.
You know what I
And
mean?
I saw a TikTok. I think my wife reposted it or something, but it was like, if you got a question, if this is for me, then it's not for you. Like God's gonna give you shit that's for you. You know what I mean? It's not something that's I got a question
like that.
Like, is this the right guy for me, or is this like nah? That's not the right guy for you.
If the light bulb turns on, that's the one.
Yep.
That's the thing that you're supposed to be going
Thomas,
for.
if he's the one for you. Okay.
I was waiting for you to that or talk about my baby mamas. Dude, I still can't get over it. Because I'll try to respond to people's pictures and like them and heart. And I know he's told the story before, but our old T-ball team, he was like, dude, you can't even see what she was taking a picture of. I was like, well, I was trying to encourage
on
her.
all her shit, man. I was like, damn, dude. It's all blurry, out of
I know-
focus.
So now
Love it.
now I'm afraid to like people's stuff. Like someone made fun of me.
I kind of was hitting my feelings because of you. Because you were like, whoever pink hearted that shit is gay. And I was like, all I have is a pink heart on my like. I was like, where's the red heart?
I had to go. I had to unlike it. I was like, that was me, my bad. And then I saw Paul and somebody else was like, they didn't want to leave me out.
They all started grabbing theirs back and put his other shit in
The
there.
red one, thumbs up. Oh, shit.
But the muscles.
Like it was so funny because it was like a heartfelt fucking text in our in the group chat. And then Thomas hearted it. And then someone was like, whoever pink hearted it is gay.
Hey, tell me why when I looked at the pink card, I was like, that's gay.
Everybody thought it, man. Everybody thought it.
That's why I was like, somebody was like, there's a red one. I was all looking for it. I was like, I don't see it. What's wrong with my phone?
I didn't see a red heart either. All I had was a pink one.
He was all trying to type in red heart. It's not even coming up. It's not coming up.
But those are the messages that hit me at the perfect time. You know what I mean? Because I think it was a heartfelt message. And you do that, it only makes that you can laugh at it and you can joke. And I'm glad that I can have homeboys that give me shit like that. You know what I mean? Because my kids have learned that from me. And they've only been around y'all for the last 2-3 years, and I'm grateful that they have. But they've learned that
And that's all of us, though. We can laugh at each other and
Yes.
at ourselves.
Yes.
Because, like, with I said I had that same shirt and hat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, that.
And so we started posting all the things, and I was laughing too. I was like, oh, shit.
I had to show my dog Genesis, man. She was
Really?
like, y'all are stupid. I was like, oh, that shit was awesome, though. You're like, see, I told you I was happy. But I love those
I
moments.
think
man.
when you like, you want to cope?
Oh, no, I still got my
I think when you diffuse, like, I think when you make fun of yourself, you diffuse you take the
Yeah,
you take the
tension.
rug from
Yeah.
under them. You're like, bitch. I was gonna say
I was
that.
going to say that. He's fucking himself up worse than I was going to fuck him up.
There was a couple episodes ago, y'all invited me, even just to be a part of it, and you were like, where you at? And I was like, man, I was going to try and come. I was like, oh, you missed me. He's all gay. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm grateful for that. And for me to be able to jump back into it after years being away, and I've always said it's a beautiful thing because I'm not around all the time just because, we all have lives and sometimes I'll isolate or just stay busy with work. But
Thomas, you're never around, but we always know you're around. You know what I mean?
Seriously.
I want you to know that.
I know that, brother.
You know what I
Like,
mean? Because I know your
Yeah.
schedule's crazy.
Yeah.
Like your money making days are on the weekends
Yes, sir.
when we get together.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
But
you're
I-
not around, but you are around.
But even just the invites, that means the world to me. Or just checking up on me and giving me stuff. Or y'all checking on my daughters. Like I said, they love y'all to death.
I would like to just say that I have like a sixth sense, like to when I know when to call you when you're asleep. Because every time I call you, you're just waking up from a nap.
It's 8 p.m.
He's like, I just woke up. My bad, dog.
He's like, "No, my bad. I just finished the yard.
But I
just finished the
promise
yard."
that's how it is, though. I promise. Shit, the other
Thomas,
day,
it's 9 o'clock at night and it's raining. Oh, yeah, it's fucking rough out here, dog. I gotta get that bread. I'm like, God damn, what the fuck? Okay.
I just took a smoke break. My bad.
I just got a job catching rain, bro. My bad.
The rain catcher.
I'm catching. This will be my next tattoo.
I was installing gutters, bro. My bad. I was installing
That's
gutters.
gonna be that spider web with raindrops going through.
I didn't get that. Speaking of that, a few weeks ago, or a couple months ago, I was doing a yard in this. It was on by Lowry Field, so the ghetto part where I used to live. And me and my daughter's doing some work, and my daughter's like, "Dad, there's some guy. He looks like a gangster. Wants to speak to you." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I go out and I carry my little 9mm or whatever. So I go and it's an old school Mexicano. He's like, "Hey, I need to talk to you." And I was like, "Yes, sir. How can I help you?" He's like, "Are y'all moving in here?" And he was like, "I was like, oh no, actually I work for Location Rental." I was telling him, he's, "Yeah, we've had some people breaking in." He goes, "They call me lowrider," and I was like, "All right, cool."
I'm the neighborhood watch. You said.
Everything in me after I introduced myself. When I went home, I thought, man, that was my chance to introduce myself as lawnmower. You know what I mean? Lowrider, they call me lawnmower, bro. But yeah, and shouts out
You
to
should
him
have
'cause-
told him your real name.
Yeah.
I'm Baby Dreamer.
Baby dream.
But no, he shouts out because he
rain
was saying a lot of right. That's gonna be my new shit, rain catcher. But he was checking out. But it was cool.
Runs naked in the rain.
Mine runs with water.
Runs with water.
Years ago, we went to California at the pandemic, and we stopped in Arizona. My daughters were young then, and we stopped at it was an Indian reservation gas station, and we walk in, and they fell in love with this Indian-looking kid, and it looked like a meth head from Lopez.
Yeah.
But my daughters thought he was and he was like talking to him, and my
He had
daughter's
turquoise on.
oh yeah, he looked like John
teeth were
Peppercorn and shit.
Teeth were black.
But and like we have native blood, so I wasn't making fun of him. But
Teeth were black.
my daughter was like, I never caught his name. I was like, I think he told me his name was I Run With Water. So that was our joke. Anytime we go like out west, I'm like, let's go see your boyfriend. Probably has kids now, but
Bro, isn't it fucking crazy to think that the pandemic was 5 years ago?
it's nuts, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking nuts.
And
dude.
it changed our lives.
Yeah, it really did. No, I still had to work. Yeah, you were still working, painting, right?
Bro.
Yeah.
Fucking didn't catch COVID
Same-
at all.
Yeah, shouts out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me neither.
You didn't get a PPP loan?
I tried. I tried. Dude,
Not you.
I didn't notice anything different, man. Like it was still, I still had work coming in. It was solid. I didn't get sick. I was taking everybody to get tested.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, you're gonna get sick, don't?" I was like, "Oh, I'll take them. No worries."
I can't.
And
Like,
never caught it, man.
It blows my mind that y'all two fuckers never got COVID.
Yeah.
I've had it 3 fucking times, man.
Yeah, I caught it like twice at the first, but luckily the work we do, my partner, man, we just worked. We were mowing yards, nobody on the streets. We didn't have to interact with nobody. So I think that's what helped me because I would sweat
But this
it out.
asshole works in the hospital. And he still never got COVID.
True.
I think
God loves us.
I think I caught COVID in 2005 when it first came out.
You were already immune to it. But
Before they put it on the
On the shelf.
Lysol
They put the market. Before they rolled it out into the market.
I've had this shit for 15 years
Everybody
ago.
caught it for like 5 years in a row.
I caught the trial run.
I got that Pablo Escobar fucking COVID, the real shit.
The real shit.
The real shit, bro.
That's good shit right there.
The COVID 2020 was cut. Weak ass COVID.
It was good.
That's fucking funny. But yeah, 5 years ago, bro.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it because I was worried, and my son is about to be 21 this fucking year, but I was worried that like his graduation was gonna be affected, and he was gonna have a Zoom graduation.
Yeah.
And that kind of sucks, man, for the people that like are like 21 now and had a Zoom graduation. That like
my oldest,
that fucking sucks, bro.
It did.
Yeah.
It fucked up their athletics her senior year. Tennis, or she had hurt her knee anyway, but tennis, it really did suck, bro. When I think about how it just stopped everything in its tracks for majority of the people couldn't go out to eat. It made you appreciate things. I was already spending time with my kids, but by that time I was like, y'all go outside and play or something. Go cough on somebody. Get the fuck away from me. But yeah, it's 5 years when you say it. But man, 10, 15 years goes by fast now. When I look at a movie that came out.
When you tell me 30 years ago, I still think 1970.
Seriously, brother.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Like, for real.
Seriously,
I
bro.
doesn't think that I fucking was 30 years ago in high school. Like, fuck, no, I still think it was 1970. Like,
No shit.
That's crazy, man. Y'all are old. Y'all are old.
Yeah.
I think I'm the oldest one in here.
Calm down, Adrian. Age is what, 29 still?
Yeah, I
Is that what
think,
you say?
yeah, 28 and a half.
28 and a half.
Isn't his oldest kid 29?
Adrian's on varsity, his son's on JV.
Shut up, Diego, man. That could already
We're
hear
working
the
on a
fuck y'all
scholarship,
guys.
man. We're working on a scholarship. Oh, shit, man. My bad. I didn't start the show.
It's the JP Lopez Show.
Welcome back to the It's the JP Lopez Show.
That's good.
Oh, man. So let's just get right into it. Oh, fuck, man. It's funny, but I tell myself and even my wife reminds me, and
Yeah, I
I
know.
still fucking forget. I still forget to start the show. Like, all right, fuck it.
And we all know the intro. We're just still talking.
Good conversation. dude.
I was thinking about it about 25 minutes ago, and I was like, he got this. He got this.
You can edit it. It's good.
Oh, shit.
But that's how you know we're friends, because we're just out here talking. Talking shit, shooting shit.
Like,
man.
we hadn't even touched on one topic that I sent y'all. So, yeah, whatever. But, dude, I really wanted to ask all of y'all. So I had a person flake on the show, and so this question was for all of y'all, including him. But I guess not so much you, Mr. San Juan, because you don't give a fuck. You're kind of basically off the grid a little bit, with an exception of TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
But
Dude, I was going crazy.
how dependent are you on your phone? But you're dependent on your phone
Yeah.
because it's business. But
Exactly.
how dependent are y'all? Like very much so. You don't give a fuck on your phone. But do you think that whatever your dependency is, light or heavy, is fucking up your mental health?
I just have it for work, but like I said, maybe a little bit, because the first thing I do when I get up in the morning is check my emails and check for texts of work, or what I mean, work orders or things. Other than that, man, other than TikTok, I don't really.
Yeah.
So that's the
Mess with it all.
businessman in you.
Yeah.
So you have that discipline too.
So I get up and I check it. First thing, man, before I do anything, I get up, lean over, grab my phone, and check emails. see
I
if
hate
got
that
to
about
do
me.
something.
I hate that about me. Like, to get up to pee, like in the middle of my sleep, to get up to pee, I fucking grab my phone.
Yeah.
And then I go pee, and of course I'm not gonna turn on the light and wake myself up. I go sit down and pee
Yeah.
in the dark, and then I'm fucking one-eyed scrolling. What the fuck is wrong with me? What the fuck is wrong with me? But anyways, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
but
you're good.
yeah.
But that's it with me on the phone. I'm not really. This last time when I went away for a little bit, man, I was like, God damn, nobody calls you, but the people you work for. And I was like, no, I said the people that I care about and don't know where I'm at, so they can know they can't call my phone.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, nobody else calls me except you. You know what I mean? And that's it. So I'm not really a big thing. And then I don't have social media except for TikTok. So that 24 hours that it was down,
It fucked you up.
I was hurting, bro. I was hurting.
What am I gonna do?
I had Jesse over there dancing. I was like, do some weird shit, dog. Do a new trend for me.
You're all playing music for him so he can dance.
He
on
was like
TikTok
this
dance.
boss, like this boss. I'm like, yeah.
Hey, by the end of the day, he was already better than the Insta host.
And then you threw him to the curb when they came back. Hey, I don't need you.
I don't need you
Back.
dancing no more.
He pulls up at the house. He's like, hey, boss, I got this new trend. Ah, shut the fuck up. It's
saw that.
Just drive, go.
It's funny, like side note, it's so funny to see videos on TikTok of recordings of old Mexican ladies. I've seen so many, bro, of old Mexican ladies losing their shit when TikTok went down.
Oh, for real?
Like moms, yeah,
dude. Like, I mean, I've seen at least 20 separate different videos of like all these older Mexican ladies like losing their shit, crying, fucking like complaining, like all that because fucking TikTok went down.
I've never gotten on the TikTok bandwagon yet, or I just never did. I thought Facebook was this place you're supposed to go, and my daughter's like, "Oh, there's Snapchat and this," and I was like, I got 400 friends on Facebook, so I just stick to that.
Yeah.
But even that's my weakness. Is like you said, when I wake up to take a piss or to go smoke a cigarette, bro, I'm on Facebook for an hour. And then I'll get caught up in the cheese. So back then, when I was in church, I'd be like, I don't want to get involved with that. I don't need to know all that. Now I'm all the drama. I look at people's halftime comments, and I'm like, God dang, I act like a teenage girl.
Nobody likes Kendrick anymore. Shit.
I shout out. I said it on the episode. Shout out Bubba and Bree, grilled cheese. Shout out Cuevas Drive-In. I said it when Luce and Aaron were on the podcast. It sucks. It really does, because I was focused so heavily on my social media only for the podcast, bro.
Yeah.
Anything, I don't give a shit. Like I post on my personal, nothing but my photography of bourbon, and then my photography is only to promote my photography. And everybody's like, "God damn, how many pages you got?" And then I got my the social media for the podcast, and that's what I really care about, because I want to put my Dude, you're not doing this for nothing. I'd be lying to you if I say I don't give a shit if I don't have. Like, I want my reach to fucking keep going.
You're damn right.
So I care, and like I was always like checking my numbers and like YouTube views and my downloads and my fucking streams, and it was fucking me up.
Yes, sir.
Like, it was making me have a bad day.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, man, it's Friday. That episode has been out 2 days, and I've only got such and such. And I'm like, you know what, man? Like, I can't. I owe it to my wife. I owe it to my own life, my personal life. But not only that, just for my mental fucking thing. Like, I've got to leave that shit alone.
Yeah.
Like, I've got to post it. If it's not reachable, I got to learn from it and then fucking do better the next time.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That being said, like, it was fucking up my mental health. It really was. Because I was like down. I was like, fuck, fuck, I thought that episode was fire.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
But you're not alone in that, because I could even say when Facebook first came out, you could, and I'm guilty of it. You would see people like, oh, they didn't heart my stuff. They just liked it.
Yeah.
In a joking way. And man, all that stuff. There's a reason Zuckerberg's a 50 billionaire times over. It's because like it's created to some division, or to, you know, oh, you like this person's page, but you didn't like mine. And then in relationships, oh, you like this. And that's so. Yeah, I used to get caught up in that too. I could make a good post about church, and I'd get 100 likes, and I'd be like, hell yeah.
but what sucks, bro, it really does. And I'm trying. I haven't got over it. I really haven't, and it's been years. I had a taste of it, just a taste of it, of what I call like influential success, because it was before I even started podcasting, but my bourbon, my personal page is just nothing of my pictures of bourbon. Dude, they were, bourbon companies were sending me free shit. Wine companies were sending me like free glassware, and all this in return was just to post a picture of it. And it was like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I was like so fucking excited. I was showing my wife, like, look what these motherfuckers are like sending me shit and like DMing me. Like, a bourbon company in Colorado was like, hey, we're gonna send you a mug. Like, we love your shit. And I was like, all I did was post a picture for them, like on my own shit. And my reach was like getting 2,000. And then like up into like I'm telling you all this shit because my reach went from like a couple hundred to 2,000. Sometimes my pictures were reaching like 30,000 people. The numbers, right?
yes, I remember.
But then Instagram changed from fucking photos to reels. And that was like right when I started like getting popularity, influential, and then it changed to Reels, and then it just went like people just stopped fucking with me, and I was like, So I think me having a taste of that and knowing what's the possibility in social media that I want to do for the podcast, and I think that's what fucked me up because I was striving for. And what got me to all that shit in the beginning was not giving a fuck, just posting. Yeah. And I need to go back to that, but I can't. Like, I'm just still in my back of my mind, like, oh, I gotta fucking do that. Yeah. It just sucks, bro. It really does. Like, I'm talking like friends were coming over to the house, and I'm like, hey, take this shit. Like, they were sending me this shit. Hey, take that. I'm not gonna use that. Like, and yeah, and then they were like, hey, we switched to Reels. Fuck you.
because they were trying to keep up with TikTok.
Yeah. So I was like, fuck, man. But to answer, to cut all y'all off and put me first, it fucked up my mental. Yeah, but I'm really trying.
As bad as you can talk about
just forget it, to just go back to post whatever the fuck you want to post. Yeah. And if it works, it works.
Yeah.
Your audience, it's going to hit the right audience. Sometimes it might be a week or two later. It's going to hit, you know what I mean? But I know it's stressful. I can imagine. Yeah. Especially everything that you're doing. When you have 2 or 3 different pages, you know, your business page and your personal page, this page, it's a lot to juggle. And you have a good team though too. So, you know, you post and don't worry about all that bullshit, man. You're going to get to where you need to be, brother.
Yeah, I know. And
I promise
believe me, bro. I pray that God just like takes that mentality away. Yeah. But without that mentality, then I'm not hungry for more. So
you balance it.
I'm fighting myself. You know what I mean? Because I want more. And without that hunger, then I'm not. I just fucking argued on here if I'm not learning more. So what have I been doing? I've been learning fucking algorithms. I've been learning shit to like you just saw that professional thumbnail I got for tomorrow's episode. Like, yeah. So. If you're not learning, you're not earning.
Yeah,
so,
that's the truth.
Yeah.
Good shit, bro. Good shit.
Anyways, Eric, you feel like you're dependent on your phone?
You know, I'm entertained by it, but I'm not dependent by it. So there's a couple of different things. You know, if I'm so fucking bored, I wanna look at my phone. But dependent. Like, do I need my phone for every little damn thing? If I'm busy doing something else, I don't need my phone next to me. Yeah. I almost missed your text. I for sure missed your phone call today because every single day when I get home, Alex gets home, we sit down and we watch our show, and we got like 2 or 3 going on, and today.
But that's y'all's ritual. That's y'all's routine. Yeah.
And I only looked at my phone because our episode finished, and I was just looking at it. Alex was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go take a shower real quick, and then we can continue watching our show."
Oh,
and
she
I was
hates
like,
me.
And so,
she's like, "Fuck JP."
And so she doesn't hate you, but. If it wasn't for that little intermission, I would have not looked at it.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes like, okay, we're watching Amazon. We don't pay for the full price Amazon. So there's commercials or whatever. And I might pull out my phone, see if I got a text message or see or something, whatever, and I put it back down. And, but it just so happened that episode finished. I looked at it. But for the most part, I'm not playing on that phone. I'm checking my phone, but I'm not playing on it if we're together in the evening time. Sometimes at work, we ain't got shit to do. I'm just sitting there and I get a little antsy or whatever, and I was like, I got to be entertained by something. And a lot of this entertainment, sometimes it's I don't look at dances and shit, but it might be just informative stuff, the news, the whatever. And I'll do that. So saying that I'm completely not dependent on my phone, I can't tell you that. Do I really, really need my phone if I'm not bored? I don't need it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I kind of already knew your answer because I I mean, you're my brother, bro. Like, I fucking know that you could give a fuck about your phone. But also, like, I don't know. You could give a fuck about your phone, but you're always a phone call away. So that's why I'm asking. Because, you know what I mean? Like, it's I don't know how to even put that into words, but you don't give a fuck, but you have your phone. Like, all right, yeah. So
It's like a discipline for it
Yeah.
because I think I used to not have no discipline with the phone. I'd wake up and check it, and it's just a routine, and I'd want to see this or look at videos.
Bro, when Apple started messaging you your screen time, I would get embarrassed.
Me too, bro. Yeah.
Because I'd be like, I spent that much fucking time on my phone a day. Like, it was embarrassing.
So what I've learned to use two phones, one for the porn and the other one for business.
They're like, this dude don't sleep.
And then you always call him when he's asleep.
One for the hose and one for the plug.
That's right. But I was bad, man. But it was a discipline for me. Like when I was in church a lot, I would have to tell myself, like, you don't need to check your phone.
Yeah.
You don't need to. Now, originally it was to check on my kids, my people, my nephews and nieces. But then again, I'll get caught up in the chisme or the bullshit, the politics or whatever, and I'll catch myself going down that rabbit hole when I don't need it. So on my phone, my personal, I don't have Facebook because when I'm working with my partner, about 8 hours throughout the day, I won't check my Facebook, and which is good for me because when I have it, he's shout out to Robert, he'll be on his phone checking Facebook and sending me reels. I'm like, I don't have it right now when I get home. But my thing is when I get home, that's when I decompress. Like with you get to sit with your lady and stuff. Me, I have my alone time. I'll check my phones. And now I send my kids, and they send me damn puppy videos all goddamn day. And I spend my hour going through them. And so I am dependent on it for work, but I can also be too dependent on it when I don't have stuff doing. So I like to get out more. And
I'm like you.
Yeah.
Really, truly.
Yeah.
I have two phones.
Yeah.
And I can show you on my personal phone. You're like, if I showed it to you, like, damn, he's never on his phone.
The other one.
But then the other phone, it'd be like, yeah, he's on his phone 24
Yes,
hours
sir.
a day.
Yes,
Like,
sir.
goddamn, he don't sleep. Just like someone said, like, this motherfucker never sleeps. But I thought, and this is my theory, I thought, I don't have all these apps on my phone. And people trip out when I tell them, hey, man, here's my phone number. I don't have Facebook on my phone, like on a photography photo shoot or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. You know what I mean? I might as well just put it on there because I'm fucking on that other phone all fucking day, dude. I'm so dependent on that motherfucker, man. And of course, when it's time to work, when I go to work, I'm disciplined enough to fucking, it's time to work. Put that shit away. But when I'm off, I'm fucking, sometimes I'm even robbing my wife of time together because I'm on my fucking phone. We'll watch a movie or a show together, and it's just out of fucking habit to just grab your phone and start scrolling. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Fuck, my bad. I'm sorry." Like, I didn't even know I'm fucking doing that. Like,
Or you'll send like Instagram reels to a guy that don't have no Instagram, and then he can't open it. So when he gets the text, he's like, "Oh shit, what did he send me?" And you're just like, "Fuck, I done got it."
My bad.
And you tell him, "Hey, bro, I don't got Instagram," and they keep sending it to you.
but I thought it would open.
Oh, I'm not talking about you.
I thought it still opens. I thought it still opens.
No, it doesn't.
No,
Oh,
That's how
damn.
when y'all send the TikTok, I try to, and I'll tell my
I
daughter.
thought
look
it
at
like
this.
still
That's-
because I
don't have-
I always knew that like if it's a public account, it would still open and show you the.
It used to, I think, but now it
Yeah.
doesn't, bro. The Instagram or TikTok.
Oh damn!
So I'm like-
the TikTok opens up for me now, and it
Okay.
didn't open up before.
See, and I want to
I
like,
have to
because
try
I'm
that,
like,
'cause, yeah,
I don't know if he's
'cause I
sending me
don't have
something
TikTok.
Yeah, 'cause
sad
when he'll send
or
something-
positive or a joke, right?
Yeah, I don't get
so
to
that's
see
why
it, yeah.
sometimes I won't respond because I'm like, I don't want to laugh and
I
then it was
did-
something
I
sad.
thought-
you know what I mean?
I thought
Like,
it still at
somebody-
least showed you the
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I don't want to laugh,
Damn.
and it's like somebody
My bad.
dying and shit. I'm like,
Oh, my bad, my bad.
hilarious.
Go fuck yourself,
Don't feel bad. Paul does it, and Adrian does it too.
dude. I really thought
like-
it still shows you that. Like, damn, my
I
bad.
do that to him though. Jesse, I'll send him TikToks, and he's like, I don't have TikTok. I don't give a fuck. Here's another one. Here's another one.
When you download
another
it, yeah,
Fuck, man. On that note, man, we'll take a break and we'll come
This
right back.
episode is brought to you by Patriot Paint and Construction. They specialize in residential and commercial painting and drywall. If you're looking for any job to be done for exterior, interior painting, let them know that it's the JP Lopez Show sent you. They can be reached at 806-544-7199. Once again, that number is 806-544-7199. And be sure to tell them that it's the JP Lopez Show.
This episode is brought to you by RL Creations. Are you looking to turn your ideas into wearable art? Or maybe make a t-shirt into a one-of-a-kind, just like your personality? RL Creations is waiting to turn a blank canvas into your custom creations. Hit her up on Facebook at RL Creations or text her at 806-283-3056.
This episode is brought to you by Tigre Burrito. If you haven't tried them out, then you're missing out. Their hours of operations are from Tuesday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. They specialize in breakfast burritos and lunch specials. If you like that pica pica, try that hot sauce and let them know that it's the JP Lopez Show sent you. They can be located at 720 Highway 62 in Wolford, Texas. It's the small yellow building with the Tigre tiger on it. Rawr!
And we're back. Motherfucker. We just had the most wildest fucking halftime show ever. Like,
And now it's on video.
fucking Thomas.
It was better than Kendrick's.
There was no subliminal messages in my.
All right, man. I'm not sure when this fucking video comes out. I've got some banked. If you're hearing this and the contest is already over, my bad. But,
My bad.
But Thomas is gonna get a fucking not a tramp stamp.
Not a tramp
We've already
No to the tramp stamp.
yes, we've already established that no tramp stamp. But he
Came back to the Lord. He
He's
said, "No more
going to
tramp
get a
stamp."
tattoo, and it's going to be on the live podcast. So yeah.
Yes. And if any of your listeners go back, no, I don't know if I want to tell them that now because if I was wrong,
I mean, we might be over. He might already have the tattoo by the time. This comes out.
I'll be working on the second episode tattoo. But yeah, I'm down, bro. I love y'all to death. And I remember one time, bullshit. It was just me and you. I think I went to the house to mow your yard, and you're like, "Well, why would you do that?" I was like, "Oh, it's not like I'm doing it like to act or look at me. It just
Yeah.
be more, if I could support y'all in any way, it goes back to even coaching baseball. If I can help out or support, and I love tattoos as it is, man. So
Yeah,
I'm ready
bro.
to get some shit done.
So what you're telling me, you got room for Patriot Painting and Construction?
Hey, shoulder to shoulder.
Oh shit!
That got to be a tramp stamp.
That if the price is right, maybe
So you're
on
getting
that
a
one.
50 cent tattoo, shoulder to shoulder, Patriot Painting Construction.
You're gonna try and talk me into that one? Oh, that'd be.
Hey,
badass.
that's the next bet you lose.
Imagine if I could make money off of that being a walking advertisement
Yeah, you
for
can.
people. I would.
I
shit.
bet. Bet.
Hey,
So
good-
one's
hey.
willing to pay you $25 a week.
As long as we're in business, you get $25 a week.
So I want to take this opportunity to shout out Patriot Painting Construction. No job's too big, too small. Holler at that motherfucker because we got to support Thomas to get us.
You got to keep him busy.
Do I gotta make appearances with the tattoo? Yo, take your shirt off. I don't want to.
I couldn't afford business cards other than have you walking around shirtless.
You might lose business if I take my shirt off.
Eric, what's your thoughts on fucking AI, bro?
Dude, AI creeped up on me.
Really?
Like, I don't know what I was doing, but AI kind of just showed up to the doorstep, and I was like, "Y'all been using this already?" And they're like, "Yeah." So I don't know if I'm supposed to be scared of AI or what about AI, but I guess if you use it, it enhances some shit. So I don't know.
I'm scared of it.
It's crazy
I am so scared of it.
how fast it's growing.
Well, the reason why I'm scared of it is because the reason why my career and my job field pays me so much is the attention for detail. There's no error that can be made, period. If an error is made, possibly a life can be at stake, right?
yeah.
So if you require that much precision, why would you not build the AI technology to just do our job?
But then it affects your.
You know what I mean?
damn it,
And then
that's
I'm out of a fucking job.
Damn.
I'm so fucking scared of AI, for real.
You talking about like the whole robot thing?
Yeah, no, like artificial intelligence, like like
being able to predict shit and
yeah,
The algorithms and all
basically
that.
like fire everyone and just make a computer do my job at all hours 24/7.
But not like a Android kind of robot.
No,
type thing
no,
with
no,
that?
no,
Well,
not an
they-
actual
that's too-
robot.
that
like just
part's
the
scary
actual
too, but-
AI software.
Oh, so that's not AI? I'm confused. I'm not really up
right.
to date on that.
Well, it's the software in the robot.
Yeah, it's the software in the robot.
So they
'Cause
create.
I just saw that movie with Megan Fox. Have y'all seen that one?
Yeah, where her mouth blows up. I haven't watched. I got through the first 3
Megan
minutes.
Fox.
Her mouth been blowing up for years.
Bro, have you seen that movie?
No, I don't know what
she's
the
like
movie
a-
you're
Have you
talking
seen
about.
it?
No, I've seen like the first
Dude,
3 minutes.
she's
A
like
Megan
a-
Fox AI movie?
Uh-huh.
Is
Brand
it-
new this year.
She plays like a
nanny.
robot, a nanny, and a dad tearing it up, and
I never even
Saying
seen
he
that.
blew up her mouth.
Mhm, and then, yeah.
Yeah, I
only
don't
got
mean
to
like
the
an
first 5
actual
minutes of
robot.
it. That's all I needed.
Like if you have Chat GPT,
Yeah.
have you ever heard
No,
of Chat
I've
GPT?
heard of it, but I don't
Okay, so Chat GPT, I can go on there, right, and I can put create me a fucking business plan for a loan for such and such and such and such, and then within like once I push send, right, or enter or whatever. Within seconds, it'll give me a whole business proposal to take to the bank.
Yeah.
And show them, hey, this is what I want to do. So that being said, I think X even has it right now. X has a feature, and I don't know if it's a paid feature or a free feature, but you can go on there and put, show me Eric in a Kansas City Chiefs jersey, cheering for so and so at the Super Bowl, and then like within seconds it'll create that fucking photo.
Do you remember a few years back with Taylor Swift, the controversy with that? They made a picture of that of her, like in the Chiefs stadium, naked, like she was bent over.
Yes,
and
yes.
she, like her people sued, and so they were going to put a stop to that.
Yeah.
Because so what's crazy is now 5-6 years ago. Do you remember that video?
The Hollywood strike.
Right. Well, you remember the video with Will Smith eating that crazy thing, and they're like, it's AI, and you could tell it was weird because his eyes were moving this way. Well, now the technology's gotten so good that you can't tell if it's
you
an
really
actual.
can't.
So they made a thing with Pat Mahomes after the Super Bowl, and it looks like he's
And
saying,
he was talking shit
yeah,
about
he's like-
himself.
yeah,
I
like-
suck dick,
yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
Like
Yeah.
they pounded, they took me to
Yeah.
Pound Town, but you look at it, it looks like he's actually saying it. So it's progressed over the last 5 years.
Hollywood, the writers in Hollywood had a strike.
Yeah.
And in that clause, they said Hollywood movies, like all these companies can't use AI because I can go into Chat GPT and say, hey, write me a comedy movie, and then boom, it'll write me a whole script.
That's fucking wild.
Have you seen
Yeah.
Benny Siegel? Is it Benny Siegel that rapped with Jay-Z back in the day?
Yeah.
He can't.
From Project. What's that movie he was called?
I know what you're talking about.
Remember, he goes, "What? This Tuesday? Why you calling
Yeah.
me? You supposed to call me on Sunday?" Yeah. Every day.
What the fuck was it called? I know what you're talking about. But he has a raspy voice now because whatever. Well, he's putting out an album now using AI. Or he released a couple songs and he's like, oh, it's saving my career. So I could see where there's some good in it and bad. But even I saw a video where some chick's getting a tattoo from a robot. And a dude commented, he was like, it was like on her ankle or something. But he was saying, he's like, damn, even robots are going to take our jobs eventually.
Yeah, because
tattoo jobs.
like me, and even you, like you've been on this podcast so many times that they've already got all your collection of words in your voice that AI can piece whatever the fuck they want you to say. And it's your voice and it's actually you speaking these words, but it's a collection of like thousands of videos, hundreds of hours into just a 30-second clip of you saying whatever the fuck they want you to say.
And that's the technology part of it.
That's why I say I'm scared of it, man.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Because then they can say anything about you.
Oh, yeah. And you
did
can't.
this
And
that.
they do scam calls. Like here recently, somebody let's just say your wife, she gets a call and it's from you, and it's your voice and it's everything. But you never sent it, and it was just a spam call, telling her that, hey, you need to come over here to blah blah blah, because I'm in trouble. And then she was like, oh shit, San Juan's in trouble, and she shows up and it's a spam call.
Yeah.
So that's what AI can do.
And even just to trickle down to the old people that don't understand it. Oh, it's my grandchild. I need to send him money. or something. So it's just small things, but in the grand thing, it's just crazy. In the grand scheme of things, it's crazy how it's progressed in the last 5 years. What the fuck's going to happen in the next 5 years?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
the
why I'm
scary
so
thing.
afraid of it.
And your type of work, it is.
Yeah.
It is kind of crazy. I know. Was it last year you sent me that video of it was like a
The
Roomba,
lawnmower, yeah.
and even me, I'm like, well, damn, but. You still need some human touch to it, but in the next 5 years, the technology they may not need a person to mow their yard. You'll need some human contact.
But that's what I said on that movie with Megan Fox. They fired that whole construction crew and brought these robots in.
do
They
it?
looked like people, and they just worked all day,
Yeah.
no problem, no complaining. And then they would just go in the Connex, and the next morning he would open the door, and they would all go out there and just work again, nonstop.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, they don't require sleep. They don't require, like, they can work 24 hours, 7 days a week.
that is scary.
And it's scary. It's scary to me because
even in our world.
it's a movie, but no, it's not a movie. It can be reality, like a motherfucker.
Nothing
can
Hollywood
think it, it
puts
can
out is not able to be reality.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
true.
Exactly. Like the truth is hiding in plain sight type shit.
Oh yeah, now more
believe
than
that.
more now today than ever. And then what's crazy, even when they brought out the whole UFO things, and I've heard y'all talk about it in other podcasts, but it's kind of like, oh yeah, and then what's next? When we were kids, we thought alien invasions were going to be the end of the world. And
Yeah.
So now it's just kind of, I don't know, are people going to be as scared when you see an alien because you kind of just push it off to the next thing, take your picture, but yeah, AI is fucking nuts because even on Facebook you can type something. Look up somebody and they'll give you a option of, well, this person was born and give you the information without you even asking for it. So-
Like, have you heard of quantum computers? So, based on what I've read and heard, that a regular like AI computer, they gave it the hardest question that they could ever imagine to figure out. An AI computer figured it out in like 6 months or. Don't quote me on that, but it was a long period of time, like months. And then Google has this quantum computer that they built, and they gave that quantum computer that same question, and it was a matter within a minute, it figured out that fucking question. So you got AI that's smart as shit that took a month to figure out the question, and the quantum computer fucking like that just tells you what's to come.
Yeah.
Like.
For sure.
Well, there was the show, The Quantum Leap, right?
oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
So it was that show was so complex, none of us didn't even understand it.
The
I'm
original one
retarded?
in the 80s. that was
Did you ever see that clip on Quantum Leap when he looks in the mirror and he's got and it's a Down syndrome person and then he's all, I'm retarded.
You couldn't say that shit nowadays.
Hell no, you'll get canceled.
I missed that episode.
I used to watch. Yeah, that was a damn good show. I'd watch because he would leap into other people's like history, right? Because wasn't there one with the JFK assassination? He would, somebody in it. Yeah, I used to watch that every.
But yeah, he questioned. He looks
It
in the mirror.
came out on Saturday nights.
Saturday
or
nights,
something.
okay.
Yeah.
Am I retarded?
Right
Am I
after
retarded?
Sábado Gigante. Dude,
nuts,
I
though.
loved staying the night I loved spending all my free time at my grandparents' house, right? But fuck, man, if I didn't hate Sábado Gigante. Like, god damn, Grandma, turn this shit off. Yeah, like, how long? Like, this show is like 5 hours long. Turn this shit off already.
I feel like that show was embarrassing.
As you got older, you're like, it was the Bob Barker, man. I remember that. He wasn't
It
even
was like
Mexican,
Bob
right?
Barker for 6 hours on Univision
And he
at
wasn't-
night.
And he wasn't even a Mexican. Like I remember after he died, he was like German and something.
Yeah, he was like
Something-
German. Like, yeah, he
But
was.
he was raised over there and stuff. But yeah, he's like, go to Titan.
Don Francisco.
Don Francisco. I remember, was it Dos Mujeres Un Camino? My mom, grandma used to watch that shit all
No,
the time.
I think it was 2 cups. Never mind. Two. All right, go.
2 cups.
I think it was Dos Muchachos Un Puta.
2 girls in 1
Estrada.
cup. I don't know.
I didn't.
Carry on.
I never understood Spanish, but I love
Yeah,
watching the
man.
news. and,
I fear AI. I think. I don't know about your line of work. I mean, it requires physical labor to
The
get the
robots are
shit.
like, nah, fuck
Yeah,
that.
to get the shit done.
do you think that would ever happen? I know it's a movie, but could you
Pretty
see?
sure, bro. Yeah. I
Even
mean,
if
it'd be
it's just
cheaper.
one or two of them, right?
Yeah, one or two of them.
robots.
But eventually, that San Juan will punk the living shit out of him. That motherfucker in there with a tattoo on his
Back had a tattoo on him too. Fuck you.
I don't. No, it's not punking at all. No, it's not even like that at all. Me and but off the podcast stuff, we've had our conversation. Man, that's my brother right there. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even think anything of it. That's why when we give each other shit, like, no, it's not even like that. You can, and and I'm not trying to go harp on that, but you can never make somebody do something they truly don't want to do. So.
Except how you grab that mic like that.
Yeah.
bitch robots.
It's something that I need to say because a couple of people have hit me up on DMs and shit and have like requested or like mentioned or just asked for theories or whatever. But I'll say it now since I told you, Thomas, during the break. I'm all for it. Whatever you present for the show, let's fucking do it.
Yeah.
But it's not in me at all to be like follow back and be like, hey, remember you said you wanted to do this for my show?
No,
like,
well, communicate. So, that's part of communication on my part. Because in the same token, when you said that, I get 100% get that.
Yeah.
My thing too is like if I
mean, because a couple but businesses have been like, hey, what about a raffle? And I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, let's do it.
Yeah.
But if you don't follow through, it's not in me to fucking go back to you and be like, remember you say you want to do a raffle? Like,
I guess in my part of it, like, and I get where you're coming. If somebody, like, if I mention it, what was it? Even with the backpack drive, when I texted, I was like, hey, the reason I thought about it because I was reaching out to a couple people. Like, man, I would like to do that. I've been thinking about that. Sometimes when you plant the seed, that's communication. You bounce off each other. So, like, if I say, hey, my daughter got a gift card, or I do that because when I did that a couple years ago, I tried to do a Valentine's Day thing for your show, and only like 2 or 3 of my personal friends hit me up. So we couldn't really talk about it on the show.
But not only that, like people. When you require their participation, like they're like, nah.
Well, like even like when my
hey, like and subscribe, hey, rate and review, like nah.
Well, like even all this, even like I've bought raffle tickets, plates, from family, friends, random people, to help out. There was a local artist was doing something one time, and I was like, I don't even need tickets. Send up $100. You ask those people for help, or hey, I mentioned it like when my nephew, and I shout out to y'all guys in the group chat when I mentioned, hey, my little nephew or cousin is having open heart surgery. Y'all reached out and prayed, and I appreciate that very much. And there's these things are getting better.
How's he doing?
He's doing good. So he's on a transplant now. Excuse me. They had to go.
I thought he had the surgery.
Well, they had the surgery. So he's a autistic 15-year-old kid, can't talk, nonverbal, and his heart just weak. So both sides are. One side's almost completely dead. So they did a surgery. They thought they were. Long story short, it's better than what expected.
Yeah.
So now they put something that will help him out until he gets on the transplant.
Okay.
God willing. So my cousins had to move their whole family over there to the Dallas area. So we've been doing fundraisers, and thank God to people. They hit me up for snacks. We did some puddings and shit like that. We've had random people just reach out, and so shout out to all those people. But that was a tough situation because I just want to help, So I've reached out. I've made a post about, hey, I'll mow your yard half price, clean up half price, and nobody does, but I at least make that effort so it's there. So even with their homeboys, and if I offended you, when I mention that, it's because I've taught my kids how to play. We play tennis. You bounce ideas off each other, and in the same token, I never want to come to you and be like, hey, I got these ideas, and that's why I always say I'm not going to step on your toes. This is your show. I can be behind the scenes, and so when I come to those things, because those are thought processes in my head. So we've reached out to Jen. She's talked to her bosses and walk-ons. It's kind of hard to get back to the ownerships. So me and her, we personally, it's like, well, we'll offer buying the gift card ourselves. So 2 years ago last year, we gave out the Valentine's thing. Shout out to Fred Velasquez. He's the one that hit me up. And I gave him the option of $75 or 2 tickets to the Lady Raiders game and dinner, and he took that, which was cool. So we didn't make a post like say, hey, JP Lopez gave it out, but so he's followed your show since then, and he and shit like that.
Yeah.
So when I do those things, I promise you, it's never to be like, oh, I just said it and not return on it. In the same token, I don't want to bug you because you're busy as shit with 3 different businesses.
But it's just not in me to be like, hey, Thomas, remember you said you
yeah.
wanted to
Well, and
run
I
a
hope
raffle?
future references as a brother hit me up like that because in the same token, if you know, San Juan, when he asked me to coach, he made sure to hit me up. He's like, hey, you still gonna go out there? So it won't offend me if you're like, hey, you remember you wanted to pitch in on something, because I try to spread the word to people outside of our group because that don't know us. Like I have there's a girl that we grew up with named Leilani Gonzalez. She has a hat company. It's 2210 Designs, and great people, bro. And
Get her on as a sponsor.
well, bro. well, I mentioned because a few episodes when I was on, you talked about how you're trying to get the female comedians or female business owners.
Yeah.
And she has she sells hats. She makes hats and badass designs. But she hit me up. I think she commented on your post one time like, I'm trying to find the show, but did you cancel it? And that's when you're like, oh, it's called it's the JP Lopez show.
Okay, yeah.
So I try to spread it out to them, and I've mentioned some people. Yeah, if y'all want to,
Let's get her on, bro.
But yeah, and great people.
I've always loved to support local, bro.
Yeah, and she's great people, man. She went to Levikai with this Leilani Gonzalez, man. Shout out to her.
So I want to say this though, like I feel like a total fucking asshole when I sent that text in the group chat. I'm like, I'm over here bitching about my shortcomings. And then I open up Facebook and it's Thomas's fucking cousin requiring a fucking heart transplant.
And that's tough.
And it
man.
makes my problems like so fucking tiny compared to what your cousin and the whole family's going through.
And so many other
And I
kids,
feel
man.
selfish. I'm like, God, I'm such a fucking dick.
But praise God to it that you feel that. At least you have empathy, right? Because
Yeah.
we can joke and stuff, and we joke about outside the studio. But when it hits home, I'm the same way, man. My little nephew, he don't deserve it. None of these kids do. But to see that, when people do give a fuck. Like
Sorry, your nephew, not your cousin.
Well, he's my cousin, but the way my cousin Tony and Mia, they're my cousins, but we've all raised like brothers and sisters. So,
Yeah.
And Bobo, since he's been a baby, like, he's a kid that needs extra attention. And me and my daughters were always like, hey, y'all, mom and dad, y'all go spend some time with family. We got him. And so he just has a special place tomorrow. And like I say, can't talk. But he's just a beautiful soul. So yeah, it humbled me too, bro. Like, I complain a lot, I whether in my personal life and shit like that, but it did humble me because you seen that, random people, strangers, like really took time out of their day to say, hey, it humbled me. Or, hey, I'm sorry that I didn't. So yeah, no, it's a beautiful thing, but yeah, thank you for spreading that out there. He's doing a lot better. He's on a transplant list. We're still doing fundraiser to help my cousins because they can't work right now and they have 4 kids, but, yeah, God is good, man, and it's opened my eyes because I always talk on here that I go through my struggles with faith. I see all of y'all praising God, and up until that point, man, I almost turned my back completely on God. But in that moment, I was so scared because my little nephew, I was like, hey, it's not fair, that I cried out to God, and I prayed. Yeah. It's like, you know what? So to see that, it's I wish that upon nobody, but yeah, man, sometimes we got to put life into perspective and realize that we have shit going on, but man, there's, I couldn't imagine going through that.
No shit, bro. No shit.
Yeah, I appreciate you praying and shit like that, and
Remember,
but yeah, man, it's life is precious. You know what I mean? All bullshit aside, I anybody that's going through it, there's a lot of kids that are out there with health issues and trauma and shit like that. And we never know.
Got
Sometimes
touched by their uncles.
I know that's right.
Dry skin. Ashy legs.
With ashy legs.
Pandemic.
Maybe that's why I don't wear lotion on my legs anymore. I was just trying to take a shower before I got out here.
So
I put lotion on my hands.
Someone,
That's not
man,
lotion.
I want to ask you
It's not
something
lotion.
like that. You are 29 years old now. What's one thing that you took for granted in your life?
Time.
For real?
Time, man.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, I thought I had all the time in the world, and I missed a lot of things. And that's one thing you can't get back, man, is fucking time. And that's why when you do bad shit, they take it from you. You know what I mean? They give you time. You know what I mean? So now you got to do time.
That's deep.
'Cause
That's
there's-
crazy. I never thought of it like that.
Right?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's the most... You can't buy it. You can't fucking sell it. You can't rewind it. Can't fast forward it. So once it's gone, it's fucking gone. You can't make more time.
That's good.
Damn.
That's deep right
Yeah,
there,
man.
bro.
That was mine too. Mine was tomorrow. Like it's time. Like tomorrow, I took tomorrow for granted, and you can't get that shit back.
You really can't, bro.
Because every day you wake up, tomorrow, tomorrow. Now you're 40 and you're like, oh, goddamn, I better fucking get this shit done. Like, as soon as I wake up, and I was like, I better get this shit done.
Time flies, man.
Yeah, dude. And it's anything like, that shit that I just kept on saying, I'll do it tomorrow, do it today.
Yeah. Oh yeah, pushing out.
I love my wife, but I think I'll do it tomorrow, like, take her out or whatever. Tomorrow. So don't do anything tomorrow.
Do it now.
Do it right now.
Yeah.
Yep, say the things you need to say now, because tomorrow you don't know.
I seen Irv Gotti just passed away, and they showed one of his last videos. He's talking to this family, and he's like, I love every motherfucker in here. But he says, I tell my kids, you live and then you die. So in between, live. And that hit me because, what we do here matters. It really does. We live, for me, having the girls, and I was tough on them, but they were always my purpose. And I always say that, and I know some people say, oh, you're dependent on, but they were the reason, like, okay, no, I was focused on them. I was always in the moment. And so a lot of times, some people, I've said this before, they may not think that I give a shit as much, like for the people I've lost or just as time passes on, but I was blessed to, for whatever reasons, I was always in the moment. So whether it was with my kids or whether it was my dad, my mom, even now, she's still here. When she's gone, it's going to break me, but I'm in the moment.
Yeah.
And that's how I was able to, and still am able to get through some of those things. But when y'all talk about time, I think about it now, like, is it still not good enough, but did I do enough? Like, for my kids, for the people that matter. Losing a lot of time out with y'all guys, I can't get that back. But, from the get-go, I think we've talked out, when we first talked, it's like the past doesn't matter. It's like what we're doing here today.
Yeah.
What you're creating. So time, I wish we could get time, but I try not to look back no more. Because it's like if I focus on what I could have done, I'm going to miss out today.
Yeah.
And if I miss out today, then I'm missing out tomorrow. So easier said than done, but I try to do that. I guess now that my kids are getting older, those memories is what I focus on. Like,
You basically stole mine. Is living in the moment.
Yeah.
And
man, I wasn't always like that, but
so I'll tell you this, like, shout out to my good friend Scott Pennington. He was a coworker that I never knew or whatever, and then we got hired on at the same day, same time, same day. It was between me and him fighting for one position. And the company just decided to hire us both because they were like, these guys are both qualified, whatever. So we both started training. Like, we went through the trenches together. And I realized this motherfucker is exactly like me. Like, identical to my thought theory, everything. But he is the guy that actually, and this is before we rekindled our friendship, he's the guy that actually told me, hey, man, like, what are you saving all this fucking money for? Like, dude, you got to experience life. Because I would always, because we started together, so we fucking were 9 to 5, 8, like, all day together. Like, we were married, you know what I mean? And he's telling me his thought process on everything, and I was just like, man, you've been here. And he's like, why haven't you been there?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I'm saving money. He's like, motherfucker, I know where you work. Like, you can go here. And I'm like, well, blah, blah, blah. Just making excuses. And he goes, dude, if you fucking died tomorrow, what the fuck? Like, what's that money did? It's going to be gone. You died. You need to get to experience life. And when he said that, it made me realize shit about my dad. Like, my dad was always like, we can't go. We can't do that. Ain't got no money. We can't do this. We can't do that. And then when he died, I'm like, this motherfucking liar. He had all this money. Like, what the fuck? He's fucking lying. He had all this money. What the fuck is he doing? So my dad never experienced life, in my opinion. Outside looking in, he never experienced life. So that being said, shout out to him. But so that being said, so dude, we take 2-3 trips a year with the wife, right? I still take for granted about living in the fucking moment.
Yeah.
And it was just this last vacation with Eric's wife, her birthday in Tulum. I still did it. I was like, we're here, and I was like, I expected it, and I worked so hard to get here, and then when we're here, I'm thinking, what do I need to do to like make this trip better for next year?
Sure.
And I still didn't live in the moment. I'm still in my mind like, how can I like make this trip better next year?
Yeah.
And I lost.
You miss out.
I
that
don't.
trip,
I,
yeah.
yes,
miss out
I
on that.
didn't. I didn't enjoy the trip to the fullest.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm thinking of ways to improve a vacation for next
next
year,
time, yeah.
or to save money to get a better suite, or like
Yes, sir.
just dumb shit in my mind that I didn't just live in the fucking moment. And
It happened.
I don't know if that's just a man provider mentality, but or if it's just me just being a dumbass, really and truly.
Yeah, I know. When I went, it was last year. I was wanting to go to Colorado for a reunion, and I think me and you were talking on the phone, and you were like, "Go, you know, what's stopping you?" And I was like, "Well, finances and this and this that. I got some yards to do, and if I'm not mistaken, you're like, they'll be there when you get back." And sometimes you got to just go. For me and the girls, it was going to Rangers games. You know, that was luxury to us. And I see other people doing it, and we just lived in the moment. And you create. So when you live in the moment, you don't know at the time what you're creating, but create those memories, create options for your kids to go. So, or for you and your wife and your son. Yeah, you got to take those vacations. And I know we talked about going places and you're just doing it. Like, I never thought I'd go to California, so I was like, well, I don't know if I'll ever be able to go to New York. And one day you're like, why not? You're like, there's so much out there. Go check it out. Make a plan and go do it. So that's what me and the girls we do now is we make our plans for the small things, like a Rangers game. We're going to try and go opening weekend, me and my daughter. And then after that, so you have a plan to do it. But
And I'm not trying to belittle anyone. I don't mean like I have the means to go here and here, but shout out my boy Mr. Is, that guy's a great fucking guy. And he's admitted he's never left Lubbock.
And that's tough. Yeah.
Really and truly, if I put my mind in his mind, in his head, he could go to Dallas. He could go to a Ranger game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's thinking my old thought process, like, well, we got to save money. You know what I mean? Like, he's not experiencing life, but he's not living in the fucking moment. Just like I thought I'm doing good, and I'm still not fucking living in the fucking moment.
And we got to remember too, man. All the stuff we work for, right? The cars, the house. Somebody's gonna own your car when you're gone. The house you worked for all your life. Somebody else is gonna live in it sooner. In 100 years, all the people we love are gonna be gone. You're not gonna. Nobody's gonna remember you. And all the shit that you sacrificed and took time away from your family to get, somebody else is gonna own it. So you got to take those opportunities, man. And I'm not saying don't be responsible and just throw everything to the wind, but when you can. Enjoy it, man. Spend time with your family, because I always say that all the time, no matter what you buy them, they're not going to remember the shit you bought them. But those memories that you spent time going somewhere, don't have to be in a different country. It could be going to the game.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Tech
Yes.
game, anything like that. Those memories, they'll always, because they're going to sit back when you're on your deathbed and they're going to remember those fucking times. They're not going to remember, oh yeah, I remember when Dad bought me this fucking designer purse. Or Dad bought me these fucking badass shoes. They're going to remember, I remember one time we were in fucking Dallas and we were crossing the street and he fucking fell. I remember that, and everybody's laughing. There's just a little shit they're going to remember when you're passing away. Nobody cares about how much money you fucking made, the job positions, who you thought you were, is what you were to them.
Good shit, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I said, the shit is nice to have. Don't get me wrong, it's nice to have. But don't just focus on that, man, because it took me that's why I said time, man. I've lost so much fucking time. And that's why I said they punish you with time, man. When they want to punish you for real, they take that
I never
time
thought
from
of
you,
it that
man.
way. When you said that shit hit me, bro. I was like, oof.
So they punish you with that. So when you get that chance, man, enjoy, man. Enjoy your family, man. And Tell them you love them.
Good shit, bro.
And I know it sounds so cliche. Oh, tell them you love them because you don't know, but you really don't fucking know. Because tomorrow there's people that were sitting somewhere talking to their friends that don't wake up tomorrow. You know what I mean? And so all that shit they were killing themselves for wasn't worth it.
Much love to y'all, man, on that. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy being back, and it's crazy because I didn't. It just came to my heart when I said being in the moment, but it goes back to what's been going on 3 years now since I've been around y'all.
But it makes me so sad for my dad, bro.
Yeah, no, it's
It really does, man. Because, like, man, I
don't you think he'd want you to live?
But here's the thing. I hate that I keep going back to this fucking topic, but my dad was never my friend until like the last year of his life. He was my friend.
Yeah.
And I really wish I had more of a friendship with him because I would have asked him the questions that I always wanted to know. Yeah. And to me, outside looking in, I don't think my dad lived. I really don't. I think that he was a sole provider, that was just embedded in his DNA, that he was just a provider. He never wanted to go outside the box of being a provider. And dude, man, like
well, I mean, maybe he did live in his own right, right?
Maybe
because that's all he knows, right? That's what his dad taught him.
Yep.
So it's just like an animal that was born in the zoo.
Yeah.
He doesn't know anything else but the zoo. So is he still living? He is, right? Because he doesn't know anything else. So for your dad to be provide safety net. If anything ever happens, I got him financially.
Yeah.
If my son gets sick or my daughter or my wife, something happens where I got these hospital bills, I gotta save them somehow financially. I'm there, and that's all he knew. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's living, because to him, I know he had to take pride in it, as in like, we go our trips here, but I kept saying that because I knew if something ever happened and they really needed me, I would be able to provide. Versus we went everywhere, and then when shit hit the fan, I couldn't help him.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah.
that was his way of, because you only know what your family, your parents teach you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and you learn as like, I want some more. I want to live more than that. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Yeah.
So now you live, and now your son is going to live more than that
Damn
because
right.
you taught him that, right? But doesn't mean I don't see that your dad didn't live.
Yeah.
So like my dad hasn't gone nowhere. You know what I mean? This is here at the shop and then back home and
But he's content with that.
and he's
Right,
happy with
right,
it.
Yeah.
right.
So I always tell him, man, like, hey man, why don't you go on a trip, man? Just come with us. Come on, man, just come with us. Nah, man, I just need my beer and I kick back
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
So how can I say he's not happy? He's not, because that's all he knows.
You're dogging him for not living a great life, and in his eyes, he's
happy.
living.
His
He's
life.
happy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's
Yeah.
view, just like, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, everybody's view of happiness is different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And maybe knowing that he could provide and always have y'all secure was living for him.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And he passed that down to you.
Passed
right?
you down,
To
made
your-
you a great man,
Yeah.
a solid ass fucking provider,
Yep.
and somebody that loves. You're like, oh, he wasn't my, but there had to be something there, bro, because the love you have for your son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
We just got to look maybe just a little deeper. I'm not, I wasn't there. But the person I know had to have a fucking awesome ass dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And had to show living life because you live life.
Yeah,
know what I mean?
you're living.
And we're trying to learn how to live it more and more. And we're trying to teach our kids that's more important than material shit, right?
Yep.
So, that's why I tell Angel, like, hey, it's cool to shit like this, but time together.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, you still take your daughter? And so I'm like, yeah, I take her because one day I might not be able financially to take them, or one day I'm not going to be here.
Yep.
And I want to build as much memory as I can so they can pass it on to their kids.
Yep.
Yeah, you know
Been
what I mean?
everywhere.
And-
Been everywhere.
and
We've been
and
just
by
doing-
living
been there.
your example to other people, right? And to echo what you're saying, it trickled down with my kids. I have to live through because of my, whatever my parents, whenever. So your dad providing and showing, he now you travel, you appreciate traveling, right? You may not. You said you weren't always in the moment, but you love to take your wife and your son on trips. You love
Yeah.
to experience those things. You like to plan and talk about those things. your dad gave you that fuel as well because he showed you how to provide, work your ass off, and you've learned how to enjoy him.
And he's not like he's really responsible with his money.
Oh, yeah.
He makes sure everything is taken care of. He makes sure there's
Yeah.
we're gonna go on trips, but I'm gonna make sure because that part of your dad is there. Like, no, I gotta make sure we can go out, but I'm gonna make sure we got shit taken care of. Here
That
too.
fucking tight ass, bro. God dang, bro.
But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
though?
I never understood elementary years, like fifth, sixth grade, fourth grade. I never understood why he would get so mad at me for spending like all my like 4 or 5 weeks worth of savings of my allowance. And he would get so mad. And I'm like, dude, this is my money. I saved this for this Sega game or whatever. And he's like, just because you got it don't mean you got to fucking spend it. And I'm like, God damn, I can't live with this fucking guy. And then I become a young adult and then a fucking grown-ass man. And I'm like, God dang, I fucking get his anger. I fucking
And
get his
it's awesome
anger.
because you hear he
Yeah.
gave a shit. You know, a lot of parents. We grew up. We've had friends, and my dad wasn't the best of dads as far as like teaching you shit. So a lot of parents don't give a fuck. So yeah, he may have been tough on you in that because he wanted you to understand. The beautiful thing is you got it.
Yeah.
You understood it. That like you said before, me, I was tough on my son because that's how you were raised. But you showed him, and you're taking him places that maybe you wish your dad could have done for you. But now his spirit's letting you know, like you're doing it. You know what I mean, so.
Like that TikTok I ever post. I used to think he was just mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
I
I'm
used to
like-
think my dad was an asshole.
Yeah, but I just learned that he wanted me to be a responsive, you know what I mean? Somebody fucking, because this world is cold, bro. We all have talked about it many times. This world don't give two shits.
So,
You know, eat us up and spit us out,
Yes,
man.
sir.
in a
Oh yeah,
heartbeat.
you goddamn right.
Eric, I know your dad to be the friendly guy, the fucking funny guy, to be the life of the party. In your life, was he the discipline, or was that just your mom?
No, my mom was the complete discipline. I think most of my character that I have is my mom's side, and you know, I like my dad a whole bunch, and I feel like I have a waves with him, but you know, you always talk about the last part of y'all's dads, and my dad, to me, at the last part, and because he was so sick, he was a burden to my mom. And she took care of him to the very end. And I helped take care of him from the very end. But when he started becoming that burden, I checked out.
Yeah, understand.
Because I didn't want to have feelings after the fact.
Yeah, that's tough.
So, because I knew the end was coming.
You wanted to remember him for what he was,
Yeah,
not what he is.
And I wanted to not cry when he died.
yeah.
So I ended it a long time ago, before he died, so I wouldn't cry when he died.
That's tough, man. Yeah.
And so there's a couple of times where I held it, but most of the time I came back and I was like, I can't do it anymore, so I just keep on keeping on.
That was your way of coping.
I want to tell you this. I think the Villarreals have mastered the fucking art, of hiding y'all's feelings, bro. You and your two brothers, bro, like stone cold at all times. And I know y'all have feelings, but it's stone cold.
Well, you know, we grew up hard. We like, you know, we got every single angle from every single buddy.
Yeah.
You know, we were the poor motherfuckers. We were the wetbacks. We were the everything. You can't hurt us.
Damn right.
You really can't. So that's how we live our lives.
Yeah. I kind of envy that, man, because I live with my emotions on my sleeves, and it's
me
kind of a burden sometimes, you know? Like you fuck shit up sometimes.
bro. Me
You
too.
fuck up a moment because
bro.
it hits you in your feels.
Sure.
And I can always guarantee that 100% I don't know my best friend's feelings or emotions on a situation because he's just stone cold. And we just don't talk about it.
Yeah.
And that's tough, you know.
But that's guys, though, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Because the man will be like, oh, what happened with so-and-so? Something happened. And I'd be like, I don't know. Were you over there, all y'all?
Yeah.
I said, yeah, I know. Y'all didn't ask. I said, no, he didn't say nothing, so I didn't. So what y'all talking about? Just other bullshit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? just there.
See, that breaks my
And-
heart for y'all like that because I was a care bear, so I maybe was annoying sometimes, but that's how I dealt with shit. So when I hear stories of my partners that went through stuff, or even as men, we still going through it, it breaks my heart because, you know, we've talked, you know what I went through as a kid. I didn't understand why I was able to get through it like other people, and it made me. As I'm older now, it don't bother me because I'm like, oh, so and so had to go through something worse. But I was able to cry about it, and I don't, you know, people laugh at me for it, and I hated myself for a while. But then when I see my brothers that y'all couldn't because that's not allowed. My dad was that way with me too, and I think it had to be God. I was able to just, you know, I could cry. Now I can't cry for shit. Now I can't talk about my emotions because they're all, I'm all spent. You know what I mean? But when you said you envy him, that hit me on that. I did. I wish I could. Like you said, push it aside, and I couldn't. And now when I see, you know, us as men, we miss our dads. We miss the people we love. And you know, I can get into that topic. We miss them. I hope y'all all know that the life you're living now, and they're just words, but the men that raised y'all are the reason y'all are the way you are.
Yeah.
And I it's easy for someone to say they would be proud of you. You know, only you know, in your heart, you know that, okay, if my dad was here, things would be great. I miss that old man every day. I tell you all the time, I miss my dad all the fucking time. But I'm in the moment right now that, okay, what can I do for my partners, but for my kids and be a better dad? I can only hope that my kids hold me on that high regard.
No, for
But
sure.
in the moment, I'm going to live. I'm going to be here. But it's kind of off topic.
It's
If you
just-
ever need to talk, brother, don't be afraid.
But
to-
it's just like I
you, man.
envy
I hope you
Eric
know that. I love the
in a
shit
sense that when me and San Juan not too long ago had a heart to heart, I broke down like a little bitch. But the next day, I'm embarrassed
Yeah, no.
because I was like, man, I didn't mean to like put my emotions onto that shit. But then again, it's me that I wear all my emotions on my sleeve. Like I can't hide it, but I fight to find the balance in that. I really do. And I really did feel kind of a bit of embarrassed, like, man, you acted like a little bitch, you know. But it was a heart-to-heart conversation, you know what I mean? And I don't know, like I say, when I went envy Eric, I just wish I had that fucking curtain to just be like, I can block this out emotionally. But it's not, I don't know, man. It's not in me.
But Eric being like that, it probably takes a toll on him too.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
being
Oh,
strong
yeah.
all the time like that. It has to, you know what I mean?
Physically, spiritually. Oh, I imagine, bro.
You know,
But I mean, you've been doing it so long. But
So-
I'm just saying, you know,
I had someone ask me like, how do you know, somebody that I talk to a lot, and they're like, how do you just went poof? And I'm like, I don't know. I just taught myself how to deal with stress and eliminate it, like put it off to the side. Not that I forgot about it. It's just that it's not my focal point for right now. And they were like, I wish I could do that. Like, you just pick and choose what memories you want to remember. And I was like, I guess. Like, I it's not that I forgot it, is that they don't affect me today. Yeah. And so I could choose this, I could choose that. I remember my past, so I don't make mistakes again or make the same mistake or whatever. Or I can just see something coming to me that's about to affect whatever I'm supposed to be doing at that particular time. But that's just the way I am. Like I have suppressed memories, suppressed heartbreaks, suppressed everything, and I don't know how I did it.
It's deep though, man. I appreciate you sharing that because I promise you're not alone, man. You know, a lot of, I get it. You know, we go through stuff and we look at we're weak because we go through it, but you're not.
Are you
alone.
afraid as you grow older that suppression might explode?
I don't even think about that. I literally don't think. I have forgotten a whole bunch of shit that I should remember. And some of it should be because maybe it's just the post-traumatic syndrome. Maybe it's because of concussions. Maybe because I was just so fucking drunk when it happened. But I will forget a whole bunch of shit. And sometimes I forget it on purpose. And sometimes I forgot it because it shouldn't be remembered.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I forgot it.
That's crazy, man. I know for a fact that, we send each other shit all the time, and I just know that certain messages that I send is not going to resonate with Eric because that motherfucker's an iron curtain, and I've always known him to be like that. I've never not known him for my entire friendship with him to not be like that. Yeah. So I just thought, man, whatever that family dynamic is, like they are stone cold, and I wish there've been plenty of times in my life that I was like, man, I wish I was like that because I wish I didn't give a fuck or care this much about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think deep down he would tell you he gives a fuck, but it's just he doesn't want it to, like you said, you don't want to have to break you down. That's I hated that I was a fucking Care Bear. You know what I mean? I hated that I've always I think we talk about, I've always tried to give people advice, and through counseling I realized, man, I could give you advice, oh, do this, but it's easier to deal with someone else's life than to deal with your own stuff. So what I've learned is now that if I can deal with my shit, my heartaches, my pain, and I give you so much love for letting me come on your show, especially when I was going through it, and I talk about it every time, and I'm pretty sure some of your listeners didn't want to hear it, but it was therapy for me. So being around, whether you know it or not, being around your brother and stuff, having a good time, barbecuing, I've noticed that when y'all do y'all's tailgate.
But even that too, even like when I go back to living in the moment, Eric fucking invites us on a fucking weekend to a fucking swimming pool party at his house. Yeah. I can't still live in the moment because I'm still thinking of the better and the bigger and the better party the next weekend, or the fight, the Canelo fight that's gonna happen in a couple. And I don't. It's hard for me to live in the fucking moment, man.
I pray for a peace over your life, and I'm one of the last people that needs to talk about praying. But I will say you, brother, have helped me out with my faith. I still struggle, but I pray that you have a calming peace over you, brother, that you can focus day by day, moment by moment, and whatever leads into the next moment, it's going to happen for you.
Yeah,
but
appreciate that.
No, but when I say that, I mean that, because you are a leader of your family. We're all leaders of our families, and sometimes we don't have someone that because I can tell you, call me whenever you need it, but we're not. It's the same thing with you. We don't want to bug about, hey, you mentioned that, can you do it for the show? Sometimes we need somebody to be like, it's okay to sip a beer and tell me how you truly feel. Yeah. You don't want to hold it in too much to where you feel like you don't have nobody. You know what I mean?
And we really don't need the show to talk to each other.
No, you don't. And I've only been around y'all for the last couple of years again. And you too, brother, you thank me all the time or back then for coaching T-ball. It saved me. You know what I mean? Having a purpose, having people that give a fuck about you, that will give you shit, that will tease you and stuff, but at the end of the day, be like, no, I love you. I know what it's like not to have that. So to have that, you appreciate it. That's what helps you stay in the moment. So when you leave here tonight, I hope you know how precious you are to your brother, but to us too. You know what I mean? You really are. Vice versa. Someone I don't talk to you as much as I should. I know you're going through your own thing, but you are. It's bigger than sponsorship or, taking us to lunch every now and then. It literally is like when you make someone feel like you give a shit, there's a little bit of hope. Now, that I don't need to just depend on y'all making me feel great, but when you know you have someone that, hey, I'm going through some shit, I'm not going to be too nosy and bug you.
That you're not a charity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good work. So just keep it up, man. Y'all all are doing great as brothers, man. I love the relationship y'all has. I don't always respond to the text, but to see that, hey, my brother's going through this, my mom's going through this, me being able to reach out to you, knowing that you, at least 2 or 3 of you are going to be praying for me. Those are the people you can rely on. So whatever you're holding on to, just know that you don't have to hold on it to it alone. Whatever you've been through, brother, we are here, and I know y'all have had my back. So love you to death. I don't say it enough, but
It's just crazy, man. Like the circle that I have is just crazy. I've got a lot of y'all fuckers that I fuck with on the daily, and and people have told me like, oh, I don't really fuck with them, and that's my cue to say, well, I don't really fuck with you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I fuck whoever I fuck with heavy, and I got no remorse of ever saying like, well, you don't fuck with him, I don't fuck with you.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Off, yep.
You know, so I don't know, man. It's a beautiful thing, and it's a sorrow in a sense. It really is. I feel like I put a burden on myself to make your life better and to make things better for you and to make things better for my boy. But it's just it's a beautiful in a sense that I have that in my heart to pray for y'all's success on a daily. But I don't know if it's sucks that I constantly think about that. I don't. It's just all living in the moment, you know, and it's something that I don't do, and I take for granted. But on that note, man, I guess we'll end the show here. Someone, you got any parting?
I want to give a shout out to my driver, Jesse Smith over there. Jesse. Give a shout out to my boy. He's getting better.
He's getting better.
I want to see my life flash before my eyes a few times this week.
he's all, yes.
Nah, but he's a good dude, man.
Yeah, straight up, man.
He shows up fucking on time. I never got to call him about anything. It's really helped me out, man. So shout out to you for helping
Good
me,
people, man. Good people.
Shout him out, bro. For real.
I love
badass.
that you became the Tulsa King.
Thomas, you have any party words, man?
Thank you for giving us fuck, man. Both all of y'all and your listeners. Just thank y'all. Just love y'all to death, and shout out to my baby girls always, man.
Hell yeah, for real. Eric,
Man, I show up over here. I don't know who's going to be here.
Yeah.
But when I found out who was going to be here, I was like, oh, yeah, this is going to be a good this is going to be a good
it's
time.
gonna be a good one.
It's going to be a good time. I don't know if it's a fucking good-ass show.
I
But
thought you were like, I was already here. I couldn't turn back. I was like, fuck, it's far.
You're all looking out the windows. Thomas, shit.
So, but no, I knew it was going to be a good time. And I saw someone come out of the vehicle. I was like, okay, we're at least gonna be okay. And then they're like, Thomas is gonna be here in a little bit, and I was like, oh yeah,
Blowjobs for everybody.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, man, those blowjobs were phenomenal, bro. Phenomenal,
Sensational.
My daughters don't watch this long of the show.
He's the only person I see grab the mic like that every time.
Well,
Like,
do you
bro.
remember? Was it at the old episode? Because when he was telling you to pull it close, I was like, just be all. So it's kind of my. Not that I know.
Okay.
My bad.
I miss my
My bad,
ex.
Thomas. I called Thomas Mei Ling a few times today.
Ling
ling ling, and boom boom, and yum yum.
Oh man, dude, I want to take this time to shout out Patriot Painting Construction, Diggity Burrito, RL Creations, and KJ Aesthetics. All you Mosos, without you guys, this show is nothing, man. And I really want to take this time to shout out everybody on John Eric Media. Those fuckers, without them, I'm nothing. They took a chance on me, and without them, this show is nothing. It was never, ever going to be created without them. So shout out Patriot Painting. Whew, goddamn, I just fucked up. Shout out the Pendejos. Shout out fucking Donnie Flams, the Deep Dive with Donnie Flams. And shout out Polar Opposites and John Eric Media. Like I said, man, those guys took a chance on me, and I
badass, man.
I am what I am because of them. So, anyways, man, until next time, guys, read some books.